All right, we have our Diet Cokes. Let's log the fuck in. So, me and Teddy have been wanting to work together for a while, and we recently have started evaluating the possibility of making some music together. Teddy, do you want to start by just telling them how you do what you do and what you do? Because otherwise it doesn't make sense.
Sure. Hi guys. I'm Teddy. I am a producer and a composer and a trombonist. And I'm just sort of like a multifaceted musician person, but I do all sorts of things. I'm doing film scoring and production and yada yada yada.
And also making fun of trombonists.
And I enjoy making fun of trombone because I went to music school.
And it's funny.
I think it's hilarious.
And so we want to work together, and we want to find a way to do it properly. And I was like, I'm a normal person, so what we're going to do, we're going to go into a studio and we're going to hash it out in front of a camera so we can show the people how it's done, how two grown-ass adults that are both struggling artists drinking Diet Coke, how they figure out how they're going to make a song.
Yeah, we should be sponsored by Diet Coke.
Yeah, but not by any of these restaurants.
No, not these places. Don't pay attention to these.
Yes, okay. So there's many things that are that we had to figure out in order to make this work. The first one being that I don't know your style of producing very well, and you don't know my style of music, I guess, super well yet.
I don't know your workflow.
I'm gonna burp.
That's what we get for slurping.
Yeah, that's it. We picked the worst drink to do this with. Okay.
We really did.
So, let's just get that out of the way, because I feel like we could figure that out pretty quickly and get to the tough bit.
Sure.
Hash out our beef live on the pod. I want to make kind of like neo soul meets jazz meets a little bit of R&B. That's like my ideal zone. I love some things that sound kind of live, and then I also like drums that are not made out of drums. Like I love like
Same.
A good like key jingle as a hi-hat, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like something that's like
fake,
scratches the back
drum
of
drums.
yeah
Not drum drums.
something that scratches the back of my head. I love that. But that's kind of like what I would throw at you. How do you feel about that, and what do you usually make?
I feel good about that.
Oh, sick.
I'm not. Would I say I'm like I'm a neo soul producer? Not really. I'm like more of an electronic producer than I am neo soul. But I do love weird drums. I love weird drums. I make a variety of music. I have a lot of experience making more electronic leaning music, and then I also make more like indie sorts of things. I've had a lot of singer-songwriters come in who play guitar, so it's like a lot of doing guitar stuff and like adding drums and strings in post and everything. So I could do it.
You think it could work?
I could do it. Neo soul is not that familiar for me in terms of production.
No.
But I listen to it, so.
So what's I mean, that's cool. Yeah, you've told me before. I'm gonna burp again. Oh my god. The worst drink choice. You've told me before that you're one of those listen to it all kind of people, which I think is gonna be helpful to me. What are like things like a red flag that you see up front with the idea that I would be bringing you in terms of that style genres? Like what's popping up for you?
Mostly recording a lot of live elements if you have a lot of live elements, because I'm more, like I said, I'm more focused on like electronic stuff.
Yeah.
So in my studio, I only have limited live recording capacity. Like I can record a guitar, I can record all sorts of like synths and electronic instruments.
Yeah.
I can record voice, obviously. I can record horns individually, not as a section. But recording much more than that is kind of hard for me with the setup that I currently have.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
That's very fair. Luckily, we do love a fake drum.
Yeah,
so
we
that's
do love
something
a
that's
fake
out of the
drum.
way. So that's something that's out of the way in terms of that.
A little dingle dwingle, you know?
A little bit of dwingle, yes. I do love a good, like a pew, you know?
Yeah, I love a pew.
Yeah. So, okay. So that's good to know in advance. That's one thing. Then second of all is we have to figure out, do you ever do like a one-off one song, or are you more like I want to be in the project kind of producer? You know how some people are like, my producer.
Yeah.
That's my producer, and they produce all my shit. You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's my goal because that will pay my rent.
yeah.
But in terms of, I have a lot of people that come in and just do one song, so that's fine. What do you have in mind? Are you gonna do? Do you want to do an EP? Do you want to do an LP? Do you want to do like what's the project? Like what are you
the idea is, because I've never done something that's more heavily produced and less live, is I have to start by just figuring out what my workflow would be for that, because I've never done that before. But I feel like once that happens and I know how to just like bring a sketch of something and make it into a thing, I think I could easily turn that into an LP.
Yeah.
Because I have so much in my head, and the process of getting it from head to recording with a live setting, with a live band. This bow is about to fall on your head. It's okay. It's okay.
I got it. Do you want me to get it?
Can you re-stick it?
Yeah, I can re-stick it. Ugh. I thought there was going to be a bug, and I hate bugs.
No, there's no...
I thought you were looking up there because there was a bug.
No, there's no bugs. You were so ready to dock, too. That's
no,
crazy.
I was. I'm actually
She was ready to tuck and roll.
I shouldn't say this on the internet because people are going to fuck with me, but I hope nobody does because that would hurt my feelings.
Don't hurt my feelings.
I'm not a bug person at all. I can't.
Hide the bugs.
Hide the bugs.
Please hide all the
hide the
bugs.
bugs. I can't do the bugs.
Okay.
Y'all.
Noted.
Yeah.
I'll give you a bug for your birthday. Okay, I won't do that. Okay. I start only writing songs about bugs.
That'd be okay. No. Maybe that would like be exposure therapy, you know.
Maybe that's true. Yeah. Spider sounds. Sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. So I do think that it's unavoidable that we start with a one-off, because I have no idea how it works.
Well, yeah, I mean, and you don't want to go into a project. Well, sometimes you do. Like, it kind of depends. Sometimes it's easier to go into a project and just be like, I don't really know what I'm going to do, but, like, I'm just going to commit to this and see what happens.
That's true.
I do that all the time. People don't know this about me, but I take on a lot of projects that I'm, like, really not at all ready to do in real life.
Oh, me too.
And I'm just like, yeah, it's fine.
I'll score a film.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
And now you're like, well, now I have to do it.
Now I have to score a film, which I actually enjoy doing. You know,
it's cute.
Shout out Witch's Heart film coming out in 2026. But yeah, I love it. I love scoring movies. I would love to score more movies.
Yeah, I mean that sounds pretty freaking sick. Okay, so we're gonna probably start with a one-off. That way
makes the most sense.
And then so what we were talking about earlier when we got our dwinkities is that what stresses me out is because since I don't know how our workflows line up, the idea of paying for something hourly.
Yeah.
Or by session kind of like freaks me out, because I genuinely have no idea how many sessions it's going to take to get the song that we both want out of this. So what do you think is like the average, or like something realistic? I know that like we haven't done a lot of it's like caffeine. I'm sorry.
Whoa. You're like Eminem rap godding right now.
I know. I know that you haven't done a lot of neo soul.
No.
Right? So you probably also don't know how long it's going to take. But
I don't know.
If you had to like give me a ballpark, like let's figure this out.
My average song that I work with for somebody, I would say 3 sessions is like the done. Like after 3 sessions, like I would say 75% of the songs that I work with are like, okay, done.
Are we saying done mixed and mastered? Are we saying done just mixed? Are we saying done not? What does that mean?
Mixed. I would say not mastered usually. Yeah.
Do you have somebody you work with closely for mastering, or do people usually? You also master.
I master myself. Am I like a crazy high-end mastering engineer? No, but I know how to master. I can. So if somebody needs a song mastered relatively quickly, I can do it as well. Yeah.
Okay. So then mastering is another step that would be, let's say, after the 3 sessions.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a bit of a hot take, but mastering doesn't take that long.
Okay.
If you're already a producer and you like know the basics of mastering doesn't take that long. So it wouldn't necessarily be a whole other step. It would more be like we finished the song. It's like you're like, hey Teddy, can you master this? And I'm like, yeah, it will take me X amount of hours. Okay. Because usually how I do stuff, and my pricing is really flexible, so I don't want to get like too off topic here.
Pacific.
Yeah, Pacific. I don't
too Pacific.
I don't want to get too Pacific about it. But usually I charge on a per session basis, but I can also charge on a per project basis. And then if somebody wants to come in and record a song and then like literally never step foot in my studio again, that's fine, and I can just charge them like a per hour after that.
For the mixing and the mastering.
For the mixing and the mastering, and like if there's like a lot of shit that's going into the song, then it's like generally I will, like, if there's a lot of shit that's going into the song and the person's like, I'm only free for one session for whatever reason,
Yeah.
I will do the session with them and then take revisions, and then once I get to like a revision limit in terms of hours for me, because or else I could just start working for like pennies an hour, and that's not really realistic.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So once I hit that revision limit, I say, okay, you know, it's in my contract that I send everybody, but it's like, okay, you've hit your revision limit. I'm going to start billing you hourly. Is that okay? Yeah. And then
if they say no, but they get whatever you got
They
done.
get whatever I have, or they can come back for a session. And then that's the other thing. So like a session is X amount of money, and then if I do a certain amount of revisions, you know, that's free. But then if they want more revisions, their options are either come back for another session so we can talk about this in person, or I bill them hourly. Which I wish I didn't have to do, because sometimes it's really awkward because people are like, they have a lot of revisions, you know?
Yeah, but at the same time, like,
I don't want to ask you for money. Like, I feel weird.
Well, yeah, but what are you going to do? Like,
there's nothing I can do, really. It's like, you know, but yeah.
Okay. So we're like thinking about making this thing. It's going to be probably 3 sessions.
Probably.
And then mastering happens afterwards at an hourly fee.
Most likely, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay. So that's the first bit figured out pretty much. Then the second bit is, how do you feel about, because like, okay, I think I'm at the point right now where what I was telling you the other day was that I just put out an EP like a couple weeks ago. So I'm at the point now,
Yay, EP.
I'm at the point now where I'm trying to put money into marketing it.
That sucks.
Oh, yeah, I mean, whatever.
But it's money that you're taking away from investing in your art in other ways.
Exactly. But I think it has to be done, and I think that EP deserves attention. So I do want to use capital to make sure it doesn't fall into the void. But that means it's money that I can't put right away into my next thing. Have you ever done payment plans with people? Have you ever?
Yeah, I've done payment plans with people. I've done payments in like several installments.
Yeah.
That I've done that in the past. I feel like another solution that like generally a lot of artists could do, you know, if we take away the option of like actually being paid fairly, and then everybody has more money, but that's like a systemic issue. We can't really fix that.
That's also the thing. Is like, but I don't get me wrong. Like, I want to pay you,
right? And I would like money.
Of course, right? But the other problem is, like, I'm also not getting paid to write these songs and to market them and put them out and perform them. Well, I mean, I'm kind of getting paid to perform them live, but not really. But like not really.
Not really. Like in terms of like the amount of hours it's taken you to write the songs.
No.
Yeah, and there's so many other costs that go into music business.
Yes, of course. Like, you know, I just updated my website. I love my website. If you haven't seen my website, it's tremendous. But
Cheeto Man
I have
impression.
Sorry. I apologize. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But even just having a website costs me money.
Yeah, same. I have a website too.
Right?
My website's kind of mid, so don't look at my website.
Okay, just look at my website.
Look at her website. Okay, perfect. Don't look at my website.
I'll show you my website after. It's
I'm down. We can
crazy,
website swap.
Bro. Yes. But yeah, you're right. There's a bunch of hidden costs. What I've started exploring lately. And again, this doesn't have to apply to our dynamic or whatever, but I've started with a lot of people exploring the idea of swapping services, because at this point I'm an octopus. I do like a bunch of different things, and so do you, right? Like we have to do that. And so I'm getting to a point where I'm like, I need a photographer for this show. I'll come and film your music video, but you know what I mean? And then like I've started doing swaps with people because everybody's broke, and then you know what I'm saying?
I just had a little light bulb moment.
Yeah.
I need live video recordings for my ambient music, because I'm trying to play at like weird ambient hippie festivals.
Yo, that's sick.
And I need like really good looking.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if we're doing, I mean, I wouldn't exchange that for like an album, but if you're working
Obviously.
on like one song, we could just trade services.
But that's the thing is like, obviously I didn't want to front with that, because the ideal is like you can use your job to pay your rent and not just use your job to pay for your job.
I love using my job to pay for my job. That's my whole job. It's awesome. Be a musician, kids.
Yeah.
It's so easy and
No,
fun.
but at the same time, I tried doing other things and I literally cannot.
Didn't you go to medical school for like...
Yeah.
That's cool.
Dropped out. Can't do it. Well, and I could do it. I did do it. It was fine. I was getting great grades. It wasn't the grades that was the problem. It was my will to live.
Yeah, real.
And like I would do this thing where I'm sorry guys, I've spoken about this, but not to Teddy. So,
I don't know.
I would do this thing where like I would go to shows and bring my homework, and try to like be at the show but study but be at the show.
That's hard.
And then I would like struggle to enjoy the show, and then I would stay up
struggle
really
to do
late
your homework.
and struggle to do my homework because it's fucking dark in there.
Yeah.
And there, and then I would
dark
like
in there.
go to bed really late, and then I would go to class the next day and stonk the fuck out.
And stonk the fuck out.
Like,
I love stonking.
yeah. I'm just gonna.
Stonking.
And so I
Yeah.
wasn't enjoying either, and I was just like, "What am I doing? Like, what the fuck am I doing?"
Yeah, so real.
So no, it's like, yeah, do music, kids. If that's what you're supposed to do, and that's the only thing that feels right to do, then do it.
I heard this advice a lot of times as a kid, and I was like, bullshit, I can do whatever I want. But now that I'm an adult, I completely agree with it. If you're okay with like not being a creative person full time, like if you love creating things, but you could see yourself working another job, do that job and use it to support your creativity. Because in my opinion, because I could not possibly see myself working another job. Like, I just can't.
No.
Maybe like a little side hustle, like here and there.
Yeah.
But in terms of like really energy investment, I just can't invest my energy into anything that's not creative, and I just really don't feel like I can do that. And I know a lot of musicians and creatives that are like that as well. So I know it sounds like kind of weird advice, but like if you, not necessarily if you're unsure of yourself, but just if you're like, oh, I like music, but I also like really, really genuinely strongly like this other thing, it's okay to do the other thing. And like do music as like your, I don't want to say plan B because that's not right, but
as
music
as something that doesn't strain. If you can have music not be something that strains you financially,
you'll be more creative.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll
but
be
at the
more
same
creative.
time, but we can't do that.
No,
so
but at the same
that's not an
time,
option.
like also go for it. Like if you want to be a musician, go for it. I'm not in any way saying like don't do it. If you should do it. But
yeah.
Anyway.
So yeah, there comes the idea of swapping services because it's sometimes unrealistic for. Because it's sometimes unrealistic. That was like theatrical. One more. Oh, wow, that was an ad. Hide the logo, dude.
Hire me for ads, please. All you ad companies that have a lot of money.
Yeah, that's it. And then maybe she can produce my EP for free because she'll have so much drinking Diet Coke money.
Come on, commercial deals.
Yeah. So fuck. Oh my god, you scared me. So the idea of swapping, have you ever done that before with people? Swapping services with people?
No,
Is that
but
unfamiliar?
I haven't really done it before, but I'm not against doing it.
No.
I mean, I've swapped services. That sounds really wrong.
Like I rub your back, you rub my back.
I was gonna say I've swapped services with my boyfriend a lot, but I don't. Sorry.
Well, yes, you have, but that's for off
sorry,
camera.
any family that's watching this right now. No, I've swapped services.
Sorry. Okay.
I've swapped services with my boyfriend, who's also a producer and a musician. Like, he's helped me mix a lot of my tunes, and in exchange, like, I've done other musical things for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So it's like, there's a lot of that, and especially because, like, we live together, it's like, oh,
that just makes sense.
That's easy, and, like, neither of us are trying to make any money from
the other person.
The other person.
You guys have the same rent.
We have the same rent.
It doesn't matter.
Our rent is divided 50-50.
Yeah.
So. But other than my boyfriend, I have not swapped services with any other creatives. But I would be open to it.
Yeah, I have a couple of things like recently that I've started doing One of them being that I have a lot of my friends that are doing social media as a part of their creative endeavors, and then they have to post a bunch of stuff to a bunch of different platforms at a bunch of different times. And then that takes up like half of their life because they have to post. And then what I've ended up doing is I got like a social media management app that allows you to like schedule things for a bunch of different pages and have them auto post and like pre-write all the captions and all the tags and all the whatever. And then I pay for that service myself. And then I have all of my swap friends pages on there, and then we like have little like admin meetings and we all plan our content and then we all schedule it and
That's
then it
genius.
all comes out, and then in exchange they pay like a portion of what that service costs me.
That's
so that way like I have this
genius.
service at a discount basically because we're kind of splitting it. That's like one of the ways that I've been swapping so far. Another thing is like just like I'll do live performances for people or do like merch booths for people in exchange for time spent on whatever or like advice, stuff like that. And I think it's enjoyable and it makes it feel more organic. It feels, I don't know, dude. Like I just want it to I just want to pretend like there's no money involved most of the time.
I hear you. Yeah.
So anyway, that's like we'll figure that out. But all of that to be said, that you need videography for live ambient music.
Yeah, I do. So we could talk about that.
We could absolutely talk about that. I mean, and we can also see, like, I'm also willing to do a thing where a portion, like, I don't know how many performances you're thinking about, but like a portion of the balance of how much it takes to do a single can be paid for in exchange, and then a portion of it is money, right? Like, it doesn't have to be a clean thing.
It doesn't
either.
have to be 100% in either direction. We can also do like maybe 50%, because I think initially how I would think about dividing it is in terms of hours. Yeah. So it's like the hours that I would spend in pre-session working on ideas, in session working with you, and then after session mixing, mastering, adding your revisions, whatever. Yeah. Blah 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 blah.
And then the hours spent like filming and editing the videos.
Yeah, and then like filming and editing, and then you can kind of like compare those and see. Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, in terms of like live filming stuff for my ambient project, I need a bit of time to refine my live setup, but I could probably do it like end of January. But I'm also thinking like I could just do a live set, but like a fake live set where I'm in a studio and there's like actually no audience.
Oh, but it feels like it. We actually have to talk about this off camera a lot because I have this studio that does a lot of like sound bath things.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
No fucking. You know what's crazy?
I did my EP release in that studio.
What studio?
It's called White Wall Studio.
I know White Wall. I literally posted. I literally just posted. I posted something on my story like a few days ago, and I was like, "Yo, guys," because I'm also part of this other group. I'm part of many a group, but I'm part of one group called Common Knowledge. Shout out Common Knowledge, which is like a trio for new electronic music, and we play a lot of like really cool stuff. I play trombone in it, and there's like live electronics done by my friend Matt, and then there's also tuba done by my friend Olive. So it's like low brass and electronics, and we're integrating more like synthesized components and stuff like that. I'm trying to book a show for that because we're working on an EP as well right now, and I was like posted something on my story the other day, and I was like, I need somewhere to do an EP release show. Does anybody know of like an interesting sort of experimental art space that doesn't have to be a venue? We don't have to do it at like fucking Tellus. I mean, that wouldn't even happen. But like, it doesn't have to be like a whole venue. It can literally just be like a studio space, and we can just have people come in like a little house show situation. Yeah. And
White Wall came up.
Yes. Somebody messaged me.
It's great.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
We'll
do you
talk
have
about
context
it.
there?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, hell yeah. We may have just figured this entire thing out in like.
This is great.
3 seconds.
Okay. So I'm gonna wrap up on this basically because the main takeaway from this, I think, because it feels like we kind of have a plan at this point.
We have a bit of a plan for sure. Yeah.
I think if you want to work with somebody, talk to them. And I'm sure if you're a creative person, chances are you have a skill set somewhere that can be useful to someone. And if you don't, maybe think about working on that.
Maybe get better.
No, but like, but do you see what I mean? Yeah, just go shed,
bro. Jazz school. Jazz
So
school.
that's the idea. Is like, I'm sure there's something you can offer to somebody if it's not money. Ideally, it's money because everybody wants money, including you probably. But if it's not money, there's got to be something you can offer someone.
Yeah.
That could be valuable to them, and then that could even just be a plug.
Yeah.
It could just be a plug. It could be contacts. It could be whatever. But I think there's always been something about artists, like historically, that's been a lot about community and a lot about
just
like
about to say
yeah,
that.
right,
Yeah,
and a lot about like people teaming up just to make something happen, and you just then once the thing happens, everybody's like better for it, and so I think we can all kind of capitalize off of that in the sense of like even just what we're doing right now, like we're learning how to work with other people.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. So
100%. I mean, I feel like community is really important. And I think without a sense of artistic community, it is so hard to be a creative person. And, you know, like 99.9% of my friends are also creatives and musicians. And it's like,
that's it.
You know, even by like doing this and posting this on the internet, we're helping to build community because I'm
sure there's going to be so many people that are going to relate to this. Yeah, I feel like we have some kind of a plan.
I feel like we have a little bit of a plan. And I mean, obviously
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I'm really excited too. I'm like, whoa, hold on a second. Yeah, no, I think we have a bit of a plan for sure. And you know, I the other thing, like the last thing that I feel like called to say right now is that like the reason that people are doing all of these trades things is because of like a systemic issue. Like, it's not your fault.
Yes.
It's not your fault that you're struggling to make money. There's like less than 10 musicians that I know that are like in the scene in Montreal right now that are like, I'm good. I am able to consistently pay for everything. I can save my money and I'm not burnt out. Out of everybody that I know in the Montreal scene, there's like, I could count on two hands the people that are like, we chillin'. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I just want to say to anyone that's like watching this that like it's okay. And like I don't want you to feel like, oh my God, I'm doing something wrong. Because literally everybody's in the same boat as you because systemic issues around creativity.
Exactly. Yeah. So I appreciate that because it's like everybody wants to pay everybody. Mm-hmm. I think it's just like a strange misconception of like it's just because there's so much scarcity, everybody's getting greedier. Everyone's getting because greedier, it's like because it's like literally affecting their quality of life at this point. So I can't blame people for being like, okay, but when's the check coming? Yeah. You know? Because I feel the same way.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah. I mean, we were outside earlier and you were talking about like countries that literally have started implementing
minimum basic income for artists, and I
which
think
is like in the grand scheme of things, obviously right now we're coming up with the kind of solutions that can work for us
for right now, but you know what I mean, like
ideally
this isn't gonna work for our retirement. I can't
you can't just
produce a song and then you film a music video for me when we're 80.
No,
you know.
No,
but you know,
when I don't have teeth anymore.
maybe you'll like sound
I sound really good on microphone. Hey, bro. But ideally what we would start pushing towards is something closer to appreciating the value of creativity as something that has as much torque economically as other types of work, and then that being pushed for politically is going to make a difference at some point. I'm hopeful for it, and I think that our situations have the potential to change if that happens. Yeah, that does mean that we have to like be involved politically and vote and whatever, and that's kind of why I did the finale of season 2 for La Session was like a roundtable episode where I invited Sergio and Vincent from the Cypher and John Weiss from the Association of like independent showrooms in Quebec. And we just spoke about the election, the municipal election, and what that means and whatever. It didn't end up panning out exactly the way we wanted it to, obviously. Yeah. But I think just the fact that like that conversation came about made a difference. So I don't know. I'm trying to be hopeful, guys. Hey, just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, keep doing it. And you know what? Like, I don't want to be weird and woo woo here, but like the universe has a plan, and the universe is working in your favor. Like there are there are forces beyond our control that are
It's the force of
operating-
maximum drip, obviously.
It's maximum drip. The universe is in your favor, maximum drip.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Just keep dripping.
I'm sorry. Keep dripping and exchanging services
With your boyfriend.
with your boyfriend. Nobody else. That would be wrong.
No more Diet Coke. Hey, but we fixed it, though.
We fixed our problem.
Yeah.
For now.
Can we shake on it? That was the solidest dap I think I've ever heard.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for attending to us fixing our world problems on screen. And I'm trying to do more shorter form content on the La Session YouTube channel. So this is my first attempt at it. It's a little bit more casual. It's not a podcast episode in the same way that the other videos are, because it's more of a conversation. But I hope you're enjoying it. And if this helped you in any way, or if you have more questions for me or Teddy, comment them and we will expand and find other ways to keep figuring this out, because we're all trying to just figure out how to make art our careers, and I hope you can do it too, because it's
100%.
it's fun, I like it.
Yeah, and follow both of us on social media. On Instagram, my Instagram is Blue Day Donnan.
Very good.
What's yours?
My
I think
you.
It's Vagabond MJ, right?
It used to be.
Oh shit.
It used to, no, that's fine. It used to be, because I switched, but it's good to bring it up because I switched my artist name. Because I thought Vagabond, I was told actually by different people in the industry that Vagabond sounded too much like I was a flower girl jazz singer. And the music that I make now is not very flower girl jazz singer. It's more like not that.
It's more...
It's more better.
I was going to say rock, death, metal, scream.
Exactly. And so my Instagram and other handles now is all mj.ca, mjae.ca. And but you're listening to La Session, so you're probably already subscribed to us. But if you're not, then get that sorted, please. And otherwise, thank you guys. I'll finish my Diet Coke. Bye.
Bye.
Night.